It's playoff time in Oklahoma City, and InsideThunder.com presents the Thunder Game Report, powered by Wheeler Whitlock Insurance Agency, giving you the best value for your insurance dollar.
I'm Sam Rich from InsideThunder.com. You had a huge reaction from the fans when they called you out onto the court. How does it feel to have such a large fan base here, and how does that help you going into the second game?
It's always great. We have I guess, I'm always there for my teammates, and, the fans recognize that. So, every time I go in, they cheer for me, and that gives me even more energy to go out there and play.
I think you're right, and we appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you.
We was playing off the energy of the sixth man tonight. The crowd was unbelievable. Can't even put it in words. And, we felt that energy out there, and, everybody contributed.
Everyone kind of expected this to be a physical matchup. Is this kind of a predication for what the series is going to hold? It was pretty.
Yeah, it was very physical. Ask our bigs. They was in there, grinding and battling and, making the job a lot easier for us. To come in and gain rebounds. Nick and Perk and Serge and Hash, all those guys. Everybody had their hands and their fingerprints on that success, and made it easy for us, as perimeters to get in there and get some rebounds and get out in transition.
Scott also said that you provided a big spark there in that second half, when Memphis kind of closed the lead. What was it that helped you turn this thing around when they got so close?
Just continue to play hard, and, my teammates is just doing a good job of, keeping me, dialed in as well. We was all leaning on one another, and we had a drought. Memphis is a good basketball team, and, they was executing their offense and got some good things going. And, they broke our momentum, and we got it back, and we started moving forward and, closed out the game.
Brooks also said that you surprised 18,000 people tonight with that little hop there at the end with the dunk. How'd that feel?
It felt good. Take care of my body, tribute to the training staff and get my body fat down. So that was big. It felt good to get up. Yep.
Hi, Sam Rich with InsideThunder.com. You guys had a great game tonight. There was obviously a little close spot there in the third quarter, but when you came back in, made a couple of really quick plays, synced some shots, and it was great. You really turned things around. What gave you the motivation to really make that happen?
Just, collectively as a group, we're just trying to remain focused on, doing whatever it takes in the moment to help the team. And that was one of those situations where, we just needed a spark, and I was able to make a couple plays, and Serge was fantastic defensively, as he always is, and rejecting some shots and getting us back out in transition. And so, there's no script to, how this is going to happen. We just have to go out and play the game, and whatever happens, just find ways to continue to make plays and end up with the win.
Thank you.
What was the biggest difference in the second quarter?
Some of it is just it's a part of, playing professional basketball. The team is good too, and it's the NBA playoffs, and sometimes teams get off to a hot start or a slow start, and just have to figure out a way to win the game. And, can't get disappointed because you lost the lead. You have to remain focused on what it is you need to do to win the game, and that's all a part of, character development and pushing through adversity. And regardless of the final score, that we talked about before the game, all we want to know is that the Thunder lead the series 1-0. Nobody else is going to care about all the other stuff, and that's what happened.
As crazy as it sounds, it seems like this team feeds off of the emotion of Serge's block shots as much as anything. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think it is, because I think he makes it hard for us not to, because he's as emotional as anyone after a great block, as he should be. They're game-changing plays, and the energy created not just within our team but within the arena is just humongous for us when we're here on our home court. And I don't know if he gets enough credit for the way he changes the game for us as a team, and those will be things we'll continue to need from him and everyone else in order to accomplish our goal.
After you win a game, lose a game, do you let it go in the first match?
Overall, you do. In the playoffs, whether you won or lost the last game, all focus should go to how do we win the game coming up. There are no do-overs for the game that's already been played. We obviously can learn some things from watching film and talking as a group about some adjustments, some things we can do better. But what happened tonight will have zero impact on what happens on Monday night. And that's the mentality that we have to have, is not to feel as though we've accomplished something by winning a game. In the playoffs, one game is kind of like a series all by itself. And so Monday night presents another opportunity for us to get the series started off the right way.
Do you feel like you're escaped for something? You're the only home team to win. All the home teams lost.
No, I think you do have to be fortunate or thankful and grateful whenever you can win a game, home or road, in the postseason. You're playing against, in your conference, you're playing against the other 5, 6, 7 teams that are as good as you are. So anytime you win, regardless of the circumstances, it's a great thing. In the playoffs, you don't really escape with anything. You earn. And, we earned this one tonight, and hopefully we can learn from it, get better, and put ourselves in position to earn another one on Monday.
How about you individually? When you just played now 3 full NBA seasons with playoff games, and you're about to top everybody. What's that mean?
It's hard to put into words. The first thing that comes to mind is just how fortunate I've been to be on some great teams and have some great teammates and great coaches, and just be a part of so many special moments. Things that, as a kid you dream about and you watch on television. Never could imagine you'll be in that position yourself. So I'm thankful to be on this team at the time where this could possibly happen. This is just a great group of guys and great organization, and it's fun to be a part of.
Can you explain the experience back when I watched Paul Pierce, 59 is 15 to 440, some big shots in Brooklyn. You hit a lot of big shots. I mean, you've kind of seen everything. Does that kind of help you through these situations?
I think you can. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but I think just like in any other business or industry, the more chances you get at it, the more opportunities you have to do well, to learn from your mistakes. You're just more comfortable and confident in any situation. I'm sure it's the same for you guys. The more you're on camera, the more you do interviews, the better you get at it, and you're not afraid to interview anybody. So I think it's the same as a player. The more chances you've had at it, there isn't anything you're going to see out there that you haven't seen before. And, you have to have that resolve and that confidence every time you step out there.
You feel like something like that. People don't realize
Well, I think that, and maybe because I've been in that position before, not as talented as Serge, but on a team where the star power is so huge, Shaq, Kobe, and then there's everybody else. Very similar here. There's Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and then everybody else. And so when you have great players like that on your team, there's only so much time to talk, only so many seconds on the interviews, only so many words in the newspaper that you can put in there. So somebody's going to get left out. And I think Serge gets left out a lot in terms of the impact that he has on our group. And it's not always statistical. You can chart that he blocks 3 or 4 shots a game. He probably changes 2 or 3 times as many as he actually blocks. And, he's our MVP from that perspective in terms of just changing games and defensively allowing us to be as good as we are. Yeah, I think sometimes we're too reliant on his great shot blocking ability and his ability to change shots. Perimeter guys, sometimes we're not doing as good a job as we can of keeping guys in front of us. But to know that you have that security blanket back there, if you do get beat out on the perimeter, you can't take that for granted. And Serge is the best in the business at doing it. He's been that way for the last 3 or 4 years, and I don't think that's going to change. He takes a lot of pride in it, and I think we should, appreciate having him here with our group.
Would you rather play a physical game like that? You're seriously banging around, or would you rather play a different style of ball?
It depends, man. I don't really care. Both is hard, man. Both is hard. Both is hard. Physically, more faster and move a lot. Both is hard. no matter what, it's focus hard. The most important is just to stay focused. Try to keep doing whatever you can do and play hard and play together. Yes, I play soccer. I play goalkeeper. Yes, I play. I play goalkeeper, of course. And soccer is number one sport in the world. So in Africa, when you're kids, no matter what, you're gonna play soccer. So every kid plays soccer when they was young. So I play soccer. Yes, when I was playing soccer, I was goalkeeper. Yeah, I play soccer and a little bit volleyball too, a little bit. So
basketball.
yes, yeah, because I play soccer.
Is it the same philosophy? I mean, you knock the ball away from the basket.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I like to play basketball, and I love to do it, making going like I said earlier. So right now it's become natural, and I know good thing about I be learning when I need to go, when not. So
Serge, people watched, here recently, it's kind of been up and down. Fans are trying to follow you, locals and nationally. The game was sort of like that. You guys were on a roll, and it looked like you'd lose. What do you think about
What did you
this?
say one more time again?
Well, I mean, you guys have been up and down.
Okay, yes.
Do you feel you're good enough to win an NBA championship?
I think so. When it's up and down, that's where we learn. We learn, and so we can be ready right now in this moment in prayer. Sometimes it's good up and down. Okay, what we need to do better, what we need to work on. So when the playoff come like right now, already what we did not good in the regular season. But now it's time to fix up and let's go. Because it's the moment. First of all, Kevin, Wes, Reggie, and CD, they did a great job to come help us because they know against this team and they need to come help the big because we're going to put body on the guy. Sometimes it's hard to put body and at the same time go get a rebound. So they did a great job to come help us. I think that was the key.
Do we need to get you to the press conference so you can show up your looks to everybody?
Why not?
You're the sharpest looking guy. You're the sharpest dressing guy. Everybody's talking about everybody else.
But they need to do a better job to take everybody because they got some good dressed guy here. We don't know about.